Hello folks, this is Ron from Ron's Beers, Reviews, and Tools, and I'm going to do an impromptu beer review on this Pilsner Urquell from the Czech Republic. This is probably unfamiliar, unless you've seen these cans. This is a throwback to 1842 label on their bottles back in 1842. And this is what the Pilsner Urquell looked like. Now they have a green bottle. It's a white label with this familiar logo and the name going across in this off-white green color, and you'll see that in the bottles of present day. This beer is brewed in the Czech Republic. It's been this way for 175 years. The same recipe with this beer, and the ones that you see in the refrigerator. I mean, in 1842, it was the first time that they brewed this Pilsner. Pilsner Lager was the first time by, if I remember the name, brewer Joseph Groll, G-R-O-L-L. I looked at, years ago when I started drinking this, I looked into the history of this beer and so forth. I kind of retained a lot, but this is impromptu. I haven't done any due diligence since that, and that was a while ago. And this is the first, like I said, Pilsner Lager was brewed by that Mr. Joseph Groll. And it's stayed that way for 175 years, that same recipe. They use a thing when they mash it, part of it's called a decoction, a triple decoction, C-O-C-T-I-O-N. Basically, you do that when you make tea, you heat it up, and this is done in the beer with the beer. It adds more flavor, they say, to it, and they do it 3 times, because it's a 3... decoction, D-E-C-O-C-T-I-O-N, a decoction. This is a 4.4% ABV. Let me think what else. This is all coming to the top of my head. I'm trying to think. It's year-round beer. I know they use Zaz hops in this, S-A-A-Z hops. They use that in that. We should give you something of a beer Pilsner, like the German beers, how they taste. They still use in the lager, and they use the wooden barrels in the lager, and they still use the wooden barrels for this here. They have, I remember, this really struck me and it stayed with me, is that they show on their web pages, they still do, I don't know, they may not now, of 3 ways to pour the beer. And with this beer here, this type of beer, it has a thick head, wet head they call it. When beer is poured, a lot of times the white foaminess is dry. But this, they call it's a wet head, and they showed how to pour it 3 ways. You know, big head, mostly filled in the glasses, is all foam, and then halfway, and it does change the flavor of a beer when it's poured away. It comes to mind another fellow beer reviewer, Mr. Ronald Terrio down in New Orleans. He poured it, and he pours an aggressive pour. It's always a huge head, and I think majority of people don't like drinking through the head. But now that I think about it, back to this here, a lot of guys and gals too do like that foam, and this one is where they pour it is made so that you get the wetness and you get flavor in the foam. So I remember that distinctly when I read about it years ago. I make this a regular beer. If I don't see anything else I like, I get a Pilsner Urquell. It's not, like I say, a regular everyday beer, but I enjoy them. But anyways, this is a throwback, so let's get us a glass. And we have a glass. We'll see what this looks like. And all right, make some room here. Room. All right. Some water vapors coming out. Got you got a Samuel Adams Boston Lager glass. I do like my Samuel Adams too, but we're talking about the Czech beer, Czech Republic. Okay. Oh, that is okay. I can see that head being rich and foamy. Oh yeah, I can see that head. Let me. I going a little too fast. I want to show the can. 100% Czech. And brewed in Pilsner with 100% Czech hops and barley. Only the cans are different. They have a bunch of these different kind of throwback cans. You'll be seeing other ones as I drink them and show them. I like this right here. For people over the age of 21 only. Original Pilsner beer. B-I-E-R. How they spell it. But you can always pause this. Alright, no further ado. Come here to see the beer. And try it. Alright, it's got that foamy head. It's got some a nose to it. Not too strong. A little subtle of malt. You know, that European lager, the German lagers, I really should say. Sometimes some of the European beers have this kind of a smell. The aroma is nice. Alright, without further ado, bottoms up. That is good. Now this is a typical, very strong Pilsner flavor. I mean, it's really I get a hoppiness, but not overbearing like an IPA. But the bitterness is there, and it's definitely, I guess, somewhat citrusy on the hops. It's crisp. It's definitely a crisp beer. It's kind of the maltiness I can get out of that. It finishes dry. When they say about the dry beers, this definitely finishes like a dry beer. It is a Pilsner. Light to medium body. This is a year-round beer. It's somewhat, to me, a throwback to how beers, like our brewers, the big beers of Narragansett and Schlitz and Budweiser, those beers, that crispness, this has that to it. If I drink it, I get that maltiness from this beer. It's definitely flavorful. It does have good flavor. I mean, it's nice, crisp, clean Pilsner. And I'm getting the hoppiness out of that, bit of spiciness. It's a pleasurable drink to drink. The head dissipated fast. You can see that color. It's an enjoyable beer. I will sit here and finish it up. I'm down here in the man cave. I'll finish that up. Enjoy it. Get the drone up. Nice day today here. Have a good day, folks. Arrivederci. Ciao.